So this video actually went quite well for me last year, so I thought I would try and repeat my luck. So this is on PS5. We're just going to go through the My NBA, which is the same thing as My League, again, with my GM on current console and PC, though there's going to be some similarities. Only this year I'm not going to be covering the PS4, just because I don't have that version. I did not opt to buy the more expensive one. So I'm going to start a new save here, just so you kind of see all the different features, if there's any differences. I'm not going to actually narrate every single thing here. You can kind of just pause it, if you will, at any point so that you can read what it says. From what I remember, these are the same as last year or incredibly similar. So I'm going to choose the modern era. I think most people will, if I were to take a guess. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, so this is, again, a next-gen feature. I'm not going to actually play around with them all because it'll just take too long. I'm just going to go through each one. We'll take a look at it here. You could pause that, like I said, and read on the side the setup options. Then for the advanced CBA rules. If you want role-playing elements, start from. I mean, all of these are really cool if you want anything that's automated. I have to admit the amount of options you have when it comes to the quote-unquote the franchise mode, if you will. Salary cap, hard cap, all that stuff in the budget and finance, play and tournament is actually pretty wild. I don't think another sports game gives you this much control. So I'm gonna, excuse me. Nope. I am going to go and I could have just done the whole thing there, whatever, then go back. Advanced rules. We could, we can toggle the whole thing on and off. There we go. Role-playing elements. Sure, we'll leave it on the morale. Start from regular season. Automate. We'll automate everything. We'll turn all of that off. Play in a tournament. No. We won't do ranked. Now let's advance. User-created roster. I mean, let me just go with the regular one. And then obviously here you can customize your league. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, untouch it, just advance. This is probably what a lot of people are going to want to see. Now, I'm not going to go through each one and then toggle every single thing. That's just going to take way, way, way too long. I'm just going to narrate each heading. So, like, this is all simple setup. Again, pause it if you need to read this with the description at the bottom. The playoff length setup. So that's for the setup. Now we're going to go to the next category, which is off-season auto. This is now auto off-season time periods. And as I go through each one here, from what I remember from playing 2K23, which I didn't play all that long, honestly, because I play so many games. There's so many sports games. There's the FIFA. There's Madden. There's NHL. I'm playing World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. Now I'm playing Baldur's Gate and, Starfield and all that. It's so overwhelming. I'm not one of those people, no offense, that only plays one or two games. I'm kind of all over the place. But like I said, hopefully going through this here will show you some stuff. Like, I don't think Summer League was in the last one. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying I don't recall this many options in the last game. Sometimes some of these things are a little bit different. Sometimes they're not. But that's why I like making the videos even if they're quite similar because this reassures you that it's either the same or it's different enough. Yeah, I was really amazed when I had that request last year and I got nearly 20,000 views. For me, that's absolutely insane amount of views. I mean, my record's almost 500,000, but I'm just saying that it's for a game that I don't play all that often. Unfortunately, that is pretty wild. Obviously, you can tell at the top there before where I was, that was under contracts. Now we're under trades, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. I don't know how certain I am that a lot of this is the same, but that there's quite a few changes. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I think if you're watching this video and you actually really care about this, you'll be able to tell if you've been playing extensively some 2K23. You should be able to decipher, like, hey, wait a second. Wow, I don't recall all these settings or whatever. Or maybe it's the exact same, which I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I think it's good. Because I just recently started playing, like, the Madden football. And, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there you can do. But, holy cow. When it comes to NBA, they kind of go above and beyond. They don't always have the best reputation in terms of the gameplay, especially for people on PC and such, or even current gen. Some features that are omitted completely that we don't understand, like this year's game. And, my career, there's like absolutely no story on PC or current gen, which is just baffling, but whatever. And then here we have the injuries. So what I did is I don't recall seeing wear and tear. There's a lot of things I don't recall. So what I did was I turned off injuries, turned everything down, but I left wear and tear on, which is kind of cool, but whatever. To each their own, right? That's what the options are for. You tailor the experience the way you want it. Now we're under progression. In-season training. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten the current gen version, but this is the first time in history, well, that they do this, where you get the dual entitlement for paying a little bit extra, whereby I don't spend the extra money. Now, this one's a little bit different. There's the growth phase for attribute progression, then there's the peak phase, decline phase, and that's it. So now we've got attribute progression. A lot of these are, again, pretty obvious. Hopefully I'm not going too slow or too fast. Hopefully it's at a medium pace, like that Adam Sandler song. I just won't start singing it because my video would get taken down for explicit content. Yeah, there are quite a bit of sliders. Well, good thing we've got that storm playing in the background. That way I don't feel like I have to constantly keep talking. Now the difficulty. I like how they include even the difficulty for simulated games. So if you're like afraid, you could just drop it right down. So there's like next to no difficulty. And then we're at the simulation part under fatigue. Team style factors. Possession results. Fouls I always turn off. These are now shot types. Just because I kind of tend to get a lot of fouls. And I don't like them, so I turn them off. shot percentages. I like how you can just boom overall, you know what I mean? Just make it so that players just naturally frequently do dunks. You can do it per person. You could do it in the sliders as well, but this is pretty cool. Stat distribution. Now we go to the ticker. Just how quickly the ticker goes from one topic to the next. I'm not even too sure what all of these do, to be honest with you. I mean, apart from the obvious there, just the whole enable, disable the mock draft category on the ticker. I forget what the ticker is. I'm not going to pretend like I know. I think it's just whether or not it shows it on the ticker, like the screen or something like that. Like enable or disable injuries category on the ticker. You're not actually like disabling or enabling injuries as a whole, just on the ticker. No idea. But I tend to just leave these on. Maybe I'll try to pay attention when I finally actually get to play the game. And there we go. So that was done. So I'm just going to go ahead and advance that. Now, this, I believe, is new. Heaven forbid I make a mistake again. Now, I'm not going to go through all this. This is for, like, the rules, but you can obviously, like, change the rules, but the different categories, let's just go through it quickly here. We've got rule change all. We've got lottery, standings, all-star, award, shot clock, foul out, lane violation and zone defense, 8-second violation, backcourt violation, playoffs, possession arrow, bonus, goaltending, back to the basket, hand checking, transition fouls, sudden death overtime, officials count, replay review, timeouts, free throws, salary cap, trades, draft, contracts, fixed score ending, okay? Or you could just watch them all in literally all. So I'm just going to pick, well, actually, as I went through all of these, you probably were able to actually just pause them. So, like, for example, if we're here and I touch something here, like division winners will no longer automatically get the top 3 playoff seeds in each conference. I can click it. Now it says that division winners will get the top 3 playoff seeds in each conference based on the record. So you could toggle between those two there, okay? Let's say under, award, all league teams will be positionless. If you click on it, all league teams will have positions, 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center, right? Like that sort of stuff. You can even go and, add your own rule, increase the salary cap, increase salary cap by such an amount. This is all like salary cap related. This is all like trades related, draft, standings, salary cap again. Yeah. So those are the rules that you can add. Shot clock. Now, if we go to add a rule, salary cap. Okay, so it looks like no matter what category you're in, these are the only ones that you can add here. So it seems. So yeah, like shot clock only resets when ball hits the rim. If you click it, shot clock resets when ball hits the rim or the backboard. So just that kind of stuff, right? Again, I don't want to make this like too long. So we're just going to go ahead and advance. And then obviously this is where you would go to select the team that you're going to play as. And when it says select all, it kind of confuses me because it's like maybe you could just manage it. Maybe you're not actually playing the teams. I don't know. Or you could pick like 2 different teams and you'll play those teams. I've always just gone ahead and selected one. Okay. Then if we push down on the right analog stick, there's like all these team features that you can do. Some of these might repeat themselves. Team features breakdown like in other areas of sliders and stuff. I'm not too sure. Oh, wow. This is a long video. I don't recall how long my video was. Team automation settings. Yeah, I don't remember how long my other video was last year. But you could see why I don't want to go in like extreme depth, because this is just kind of like skimming through it. And yet, here we are 15 minutes into the damn video. But I feel like some of these, like I said, are in the other sliders. So now we're going to go to advance, I believe. Now that I've selected my team. All of this and no gameplay. So the modern era, some of the major changes happening in this era: 14-second shot clock after offensive rebound. That's been around since 2018, for example. All-star teams drafted in 2018. Coaches can challenge calls in 2019. Modern commentary from our current commentary booth. Several new floors and uniforms. You get the idea. Here we can auto-generate rookies, create edit draft class, or load the draft class. I'm just going to auto-generate. And then from here, it's pretty basic. Right away, we could just jump into a game or a training here. Simulate. You could see all this stuff here. You could force the win and just move on. Obviously, if you bring up the navigation menu there, that I'll show you in just a second. Yeah, see, there's like a quick overview. Or you can just go to the calendar and bring up the team view like this. Then you've got like league news, right? Social media, transport report, season award, league history, retired jerseys, rule change history, front office, roster, trades. You could see everything on the right-hand side where there's an arrow as to the extra stuff that you can do. And the coaching. Then for scouting, you could just pause that and read this here. Training. Stats and standings. And then, of course, your options, settings, general team. Yeah, anyways, you get the idea. Tuning sliders is a big one. Obviously, to save and save as. I feel like the tuning sliders, like, yeah, if you go to, like, trades, let's say, I think we've already looked at this. This is similar to what we saw with the teams thing here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Trades. Yeah, see, like the progression. Now I remember that training effect. Yeah, we've already seen all of this. Yeah, the growth. Yeah, see, we've already gone through all that. Okay. So that was already there. Options. I'm getting so tired. Sorry, hold on. Tuning sliders. Yeah, so we did the trades. Yeah, then the contracts are here. Yeah, we've already done all this, I'm pretty sure. Contracts, trades. Yeah. Yes, we did. Progression. I don't know why a lot of it just kind of repeats itself. Just to confuse me. Tuning sliders. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, it's as you go through each one. Yeah. If you, like, that's the second tab or the third tab, and right. But you can go to CPU and user, obviously offense, or sorry, user and CPU. It's going to be all the same there. Yeah, I'm just going to go down. This is like the offense section. the defense. And it'll be the same for the CPU, naturally, then like attributes. Just their basic ability to do each thing. Tendencies. Right, remember we looked at that earlier. What's their tendency to, go for a dunk or whatever. It's just set at 50%, if you will, by default. Fouls. I normally turn these off, like I said, because I just don't like fouls. I just kind of like having it like NBA Street or something. Then movement. And again, it's the same for the CPU. And I think that's pretty much it. Everything else, like inside of the game, the camera angles and all that sort of stuff, that's not really like my league, my NBA specific, but all this sort of stuff here is. So, yeah, 21 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, so if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. And I'll bend it in half, twist it, and break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Now, if you have any questions, right, about a certain slider or something, maybe I didn't show it or I didn't elaborate enough on it, go ahead and ask, and hopefully I'll be able to get back to you. I say hopefully because, with all due respect, it is incredibly hard, even for a small YouTuber such as myself, to even see all the comment notifications that I get on my channel and to be able to reply to them all. You would be surprised how many comments I get a day. I'm not kidding. It's like easily over 40 or 50. I've got like 5,000 videos uploaded on my channel, so it's pretty wild. I go a week or two without looking at them. I'm literally looking in the hundreds of comments that I would have to go through. And like I said, I don't get notified of them all. Plus, I have 3 YouTube channels. Anyhow, take care. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. Jeepers, creepers. See, I can't even speak. OCD, ADHD brain. You can totally tell. All right, that's enough. Until next time.